it's time for the April edition of the Por Favor cooking class. And maybe you can guess, maybe not, although I did tell you in the intro what we're making. Today, I'm going to be cooking the New England clam chowder from Captain's Grill at the Yacht Club. Por Favor Mike's favorite one table service credit sit-down restaurant on property. He said the chowder's fantastic. I had the recipe and I thought I'd try it out. First thing I'm going to do is take this bacon, brown it up, add the onions and celery to that, get it all going, and then we'll go from there. But that's a third cup, looks a little more. I went a little heavy on the bacon, maybe half a cup of chopped bacon. Gonna get that going in my stock pot on medium heat. Once that gets crisp and renders out some of the fat, then I'm going to add the vegetables to that and go from there. Bacon is in the pan, starting to cook down. You can see some of the fat starting to bubble off. Gonna let that go for about 5 minutes in here on medium until it gets crispy and most of the fat is melted off into the bottom of the pot. This is going to add some nice smoky flavor to the chowder, as well as a little bit of fat content that we need to help cook the vegetables in as well. As you can see, the bacon is starting to crisp up a little bit. I feel like I've made a mistake in the past of moving beyond this step a little too quickly, where I don't let the bacon completely crisp, and then when you're making a soup, it ends up staying soggy instead of giving a little crispy bite into the chowder. So I'm going to let this go for another minute or two, actually, until it gets real brown and crispy, despite my gut telling me to start to add the vegetables now. I have a cup of celery and a cup of onion to add into there once the bacon is properly crisp. So we'll go another minute or so. Okay, there is a lot of flavor in the bottom of that pot. The vegetables are ready to be added in. Nice and brown and crispy, plenty of fat has rendered off. Add in the onions first. And then the celery. And then we'll give this a quick stir. Get it all combined, get all these vegetables coated in the bacon fat. Let those cook down until everything gets translucent. About 5 minutes or so. Let that go here and simmer away. Let the moisture sweat out of these vegetables. Come back and show you my progress in just a minute. A lot of steam coming off those vegetables. About halfway through the cooking process, as you can see. Starting to get translucent a little bit. Celery's starting to soften. I got another 2-3 minutes left on this. Sounds good, smells amazing. It is a little warm today here. Not terribly hot, but in the mid-60s. And it kind of makes me think I'm making chowder, which is a summer dish, but man, it's hot making it. It's kind of a weird thing that clam chowder's the taste of summer when it heats up the whole kitchen and makes the house very warm when you make it. But nevertheless, we move on. Okay, it's about that time. Vegetables are cooked down to a point that I'm comfortable with. Any more and they might start to burn. Now I have to add my clams in clam juice. So this is a pound of clams pre-chopped with clam juice. Add that in. Oh man, the smell. Stir that up. Get all the clams in there. All that clammy goodness. Just get that stirred in gently. Cools everything down a little bit. Now I'm going to add 3 cups of clam juice for some more flavor. That's 1. Comes number 2. And 1 more for good luck. 3 cups of clam juice. It's a beautiful thing. All natural. I'm going to stir that a little bit. It's coming together. We've got ourselves a Rhode Island chowder right now. But this is New England chowder. and that means 3 cups of heavy cream. There's 2 cups right there. Get that added in, and then 1 more little half pint, 8 ounces of heavy cream. Every last drop, right? Heavy cream, you don't want it to go to waste. Stir that up together. Oh, that looks beautiful. I'm going to bring the heat up just a little bit so I can get this to simmer. And the last thing I have to add is some potatoes, which I've chopped up and put in a bowl here. So I'm going to go ahead and add those to the mix. Big lot of potatoes there. I'm going to stir this in. Let this whole mixture come up to a simmer. Let it cook for a few minutes at that simmer until it thickens and the potatoes get nice and tender and the clams cook through. Got a nice simmer going here on this chowder. Starting to smell like Rocky Point, Aunt Carrie's, any other Rhode Island place that slings chowder also, and it smells delicious. Can't wait to dig into this. The next step though, before I do, turning down the heat to let it just stay simmering for a little while so those potatoes can cook through. What I'm going to do, which is a little touch that Captain's Grill does, is cook some steamer clams and just garnish with the whole clams on the bowl. So that's something I'm excited about because I love steamers. I'm going to cook them up in a little beer, get them to pop open, give a little flavor, put them on top of the bowl, and that'll be my garnish. So I'll come back and show you that process in just a little bit. Alright, so I'm supposed to cook those clams in white wine. However, I don't have white wine and I don't drink white wine. But I do have Blue Moon, which is a Belgian white. So I'm going to use that to steam the clams, and lucky for me, I have leftovers, which I get to drink out of my World Showcase Tervis tumbler. So I have about a half a cup of the beer in the pan, coming up to heat, simmering away. To that, I will add my clams, cook them about 5 minutes until they open up, and then we'll be ready to go. Look at those beauties, some fresh steamers. There they are. Just going to throw a cover on that, and then let them steam away, like I said, about 5 minutes until they open up. We'll check back in just a little bit. As you can see, these babies are starting to open up. They call them steamers for a reason. A lot of steam coming out as they go. They're shaking. This is like popcorn, but a lot more fun to eat. See if we can catch this guy open in live time here. Well, a watch pot never boils and a recorded steamer never opens. So that's it, they're done. Next will be presentation and taste test. Nope, still not open.
My saucy one.
And here's the final product. Chowder, Captain's Grill from the Yacht Club. All the chunks, celery, onion, potatoes, clams, bacon. Whole clams in there as well. It's garnish. It looks delicious. Haven't tried it yet. I will report back and give you the full scoop after I try some.
It's so hot. Yes.
Alright, so the taste test has been completed. And I have to say, it's good but not great. The clams are good, the potatoes, everything is fine, but it doesn't have enough flavor. Maybe it needs a little salt. I put some pepper in mine, that helped. But it's pretty good, not great. It was very easy to make. I don't know if it's something I would make again just because I've made chowders that are better than this particular recipe. Let's see if your Gina likes it. Do you like the soup?
Mackenzie.
Do you like the chowder?
Yeah.
What do you have to say?
Does he get a thumbs up?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up for chowder?
Yeah.
Do you like it? Let's see. It's good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's it for the Por Favor cooking class for April. Captain's Grill, New England clam chowder from the Yacht Club. Visit us at porfavorpodcast.com.